It's a bye week, Bears fans. Good morning. Welcome to the pregame show. I got Woody, I got Mike,
Yo,
I got Billy the Fence Guy, Flores, and Bear Fan Dan. All here tonight this morning for pregame. For a game, well, we got the bye, so I guess we don't really have too much to worry about this week. Um, of course, some may say the Bears 48, bye week 72. Who knows? But we got the bye week to get healthy, make some changes. And then we got giveaways today as well for hitting 10K. We're going to be doing those towards the end. But we got a lot of football today, and we got a Bears with the bye week with Detroit coming to our house in a week. But hey, what to watch? What are you watching today, Woody?
red zone, red zone, red zone,
What
and
about you,
probably
Dan?
probably I don't know, maybe Detroit and New Orleans.
Yeah, probably Detroit, New Orleans.
Billy, any games you're interested in today?
Yeah, no, I'm definitely gonna be watching Detroit, but Red Zone's definitely gonna be on.
Yeah,
Put some
I think
Christmas.
I think it's red zone. The afternoon game, the mid game, the 3 p.m. game, is going to be really good. Of course, that's the Niners and the Eagles at 3:25 on Fox today. That's probably one of the big games. Another big game to watch, fellas, is going to be where I have there the Broncos and Texans, right? Two teams that actually have playoff implications, both at 6 and 5. That's a playoff implication game. That might be fun to watch too. Um, but yeah, red zone will be probably where I'm sitting at today. Mike, what are you doing today? Red zone?
He's on mute. He's trying to send my Mike Singletary card out still.
Okay, yeah. He's probably consoling Bill, who's got his Packers today have all the Swifties. They have the Swifty invasion going on there in Lambeau.
I'll be watching the Lions game, by the way. Someone's got to promote and share the show. Sorry, fellas.
Holy shit! Like we're the reason you got 10K, pal. Don't forget that.
All you, Woody.
I mean, the Lions game. I mean, look, it could be interesting. I mean, Nola's kind of like how the Lions were back in the '80s. One week they're really good, the next week they're really bad. So, it could be a good game. We'll see if that blueprint of the Lions defense is still out there that everyone's been using the last couple of weeks. If the Lions lose to Nola today, whoo!
They're gonna, yep. Yeah, the only Bears news I seen today is that unfortunately Bears aren't looking to fire any coaches mid-season. They're evaluating everybody's job at the end of the year. So that sucks, but whatever.
Yeah, no Luke Getsy, no getting rid of him. I mean, Getsy to me seems like he's the first to go. I mean, Billy, you're at a lot of the games in the stands. Are people more upset with Flus or with Getsy?
He has a J-dub delay.
Dude, that's yes.
And we lost him. Oh, geez.
He did message say he'll be right back.
Okay, yeah, he had some technical issues there. I mean, because right now, I mean, it's obviously a two-headed monster, and at least for Flus, you can point to the defense and say, look at the improvement. With Getsy, you can look at the offense and say, look at the crappy calls. There's that video circulating when the Bears were on offense last week of Poles be like, again, really? So I think Poles is probably more looking at Getsy than Flus, because I mean, Flus, at least you can make the case of that the defense and the overall has gotten better, but on the offense, you can look at the play calling and the scheme going, really, dude, where's your play design? But I mean, it's amazing though. Even with this bad offense, I'll throw up one stat. I wasn't going to do too many stats today for us, but one that I mean, look at DJ Moore is over 1,000 yards. I mean, we haven't had that for a minute. That's with a bad offensive scheme. Komet, I'll show his stats real quick. What's interesting with Komet?
Wow.
No drops. No, he's the only ball receiver in the league with over 60 targets and no drops this season.
And,
So it looks like
people forget that he was our leading receiver last year.
yeah. I mean, he was definitely worth the big money we spent. I guess we're going to take these last couple games and like Cole said, they're going to look at coaches, but let's go a step further. Let's look at players. My first one I want to bring up is Jalen Johnson. Let me go around the panel on Jalen Johnson. I'll start with you. Woody. Do you think we re-signed him? And if we re-sign, hey, bear down, Mike. Welcome. We're talking about re-sign, so we're going to start with Woody. Jalen Johnson. Do we re-sign him, and what do you think the price tag is?
Geez. I think these last 5 games are going to make it or break it for him. I know he's having a great year when he's in and what he's doing. I say we do keep him, and I say give him 4 years, $16 million.
I don't know if he's going to go for $4 million a year.
Hey,
as a shutdown corner, I think his value.
Take what you can get, buddy. Take what you can get.
I wonder what his sport track is. I bet it's probably about 13 or 14.
You're going to overpay for Jalen.
We're giving our opinions. We don't know anything, so.
Jalen Johnson.
I see Bear Down Mike. He's at Walmart. And again.
All right, well, so does anyone think we're not going to re-sign Jalen?
Hope we do.
We got to.
His market value, I just looked it up, 17.1. Woody, you're way off.
Yeah. I'm going to say his current contract was a 4-year, $6 million. What'd you say his value is, Mike?
17.1. It says 4 years market value for almost 69 mil.
Yeah, and I think we'll spend that too. And then the next guy, and I'll go to Bear Down Mike on this one first, is Darnell Mooney. Do we re-sign him, and what's the price tag? While Mike looks it up.
No, I don't think we resign Mooney. I think we give Tyler Scott his chance. I think we let him go. That's my thought.
I see Woody nodding agreement. Dan, do you agree with that? Do we let Mooney go?
Yeah, especially if we're going to go after Marvin Harrison.
And Mike, do you know what Mooney's value is?
I'm pulling it up as we speak.
I think I don't disagree with you guys, but I do. I think if we've got the money, we'll go with Mooney, even if we're going after Marvin Harrison, because then you're looking at your top 3 being Moore, Harrison, Mooney, with Scott in the wings. Protecting on injuries. It's kind of like if we've got the money, we can do it. It just depends on because I think we're gonna have about $89 million to spend for the year. But I kind of, if he's gonna cost too much, yeah, Scott's a cheaper option, and I would agree with you. We'll just wait for Mike to tell us what that value by Sport Track is.
It says 4 years, almost 42 million, so it's 10.4 mil a year.
So yeah, he's on the bubble then for sure. He's a guy that we may let walk because of that $10 million a year, especially depending on what Jalen Johnson. Because then we got a couple other guys to re-sign, right? We got a running back to re-sign, and I'll go to Dan on that one. So I believe when we look at let me pull up our running back stats here too. So here's our running back stats for the year. I think Foreman was a 1-year deal, was he not? So I think of the 3, Foreman's the only one that we got to worry about a contract for next year. So do we re-sign Foreman, and what do you think the cost will be, or will it be the same?
What's his value?
His value is about $3 million a year.
Hell yeah, we'll resign him.
Yep.
Yeah.
Give him $4 million, he'd be happy.
Yeah, and then there's another one. There's some other odds and ends out there. You've got the 40-year-old never aging Mercedes Lewis, who we paid $1 million last year. I think we'll just we'll take another $1 million to be another great, good. The guy can block, and he does a great
If he
job.
doesn't retire.
What?
If he doesn't retire.
Right,
If
I'm
he doesn't-
with
if he
Mike.
doesn't-
I
if
think
he
he
doesn't
retires
retire-
and he draft somebody.
Yeah, if he doesn't retire, he's worth $1 million for what he does. I have no problem with that. Now the other thing is going to be Yannick Ngakoue. Do we re-sign Yannick Ngakoue at about $10 million or so? I think is what we paid him this year. I think we've seen him play better since Sweat got here. He was one of the lone bright spots on the line before Sweat got here, as far as getting to at least trying to get to the quarterback. But do we sign Ngakoue at the end of the season? I'll go to Woody on this one first.
I say no right now, but like I said, we got the 5 games left, and who never knows? Sweat might, like you said, might help Yannick out, and he might explode these last 5 games. If not, if there's no improvement at all, I don't see us signing him.
Well, not to mention he is our leading sacker right now on the team.
How many does Ngakoue have?
3.
Well,
Okay,
Sweat has
Sweat's
6
already
and a
got
half,
What's
doesn't
that 2.5?
Yeah, Sweat's got 2.5 already. So, I mean, I
My
So,
bad,
I mean, well, here we go.
he?
Let's
Sweat
go
will
to
definitely
sack.
have more than – I say he'll have at least 5 more sacks at least this year.
A sack a game.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean, I think the problem's going to be I don't think the draft is that deep when it comes to edge rushers. So it's going to have to be re-sign Ngakoue or sign a free agent, see who's out there and who is, who makes it to free agency, and then who fits the polls mold as far as age. Because we don't. If you're 29, he's not going to resign. He's not going to sign you from another team. If you're 26, 27, he might.
They don't even have an annual salary for him to even project.
It's too big, that's why.
Well, I mean, the one that's interesting,
If the defense keep on playing like they are, I say they re-sign him.
see, that's the other thing. They may, just because if he's going to give us, because here's the thing with Ngakoue, he wants stability, right? So he may take a little bit of a hometown discount, so to speak, to stay in Chicago if it means he can finish out here, or he doesn't have to move for the next 2 or 3 years. He may just do that because the guy last year was talking about, I want a home. So, he's been good everywhere he's went. The question of him being good, I don't think is a question. Everyone knows he's good. It's just the guy just wants to find a home. And I kind of agree with Mike. If the defense plays solid, they might resign. But look at, let's say Young comes available free agency. Let's say San Francisco can't re-sign him after the season. Do you maybe look at possibly signing Young to go with Sweat and reuniting those two?
You could. I still think if Yannick does well and this defense steps up, because what was the knock on Yannick when we signed him? He wasn't great. He couldn't stop the run, and he's gotten a lot better at that now. So if this defense still holds up, why not just resign him? He's already built a relationship with most of these guys, and we can just draft another edge for depth.
So
if we're gonna spend the money, I would, since he brought up Young, I personally would rather take Yannick's $10 million and give it towards Young, because Young's better than Yannick, and Young's way cheaper, or way younger. I'm sorry.
It's the injury factor that worries me.
Yeah, everybody usually gets injured in their career at some point, but the question is, can he stay healthy now?
It's not like a straw.
Yeah, that could be the big debate, right? I think that the draft and everything else is nice, but that could be the big debate as edge, because the edge prospects aren't as deep this year. It doesn't look like it for the draft, and it could become is it Yannick or is it Chase? Which one do you do? Younger Ngakoue.
Let's say if Young wants to come here.
Well, I think there would. I think there would be a way.
Well, they did work out in Washington, because Washington had a stealth defense. Remember at the beginning of the year.
And you got to remember, they can't afford both these guys. They're going to spend money elsewhere. The question is where they're going to spend it. Obviously, they said they're not going to spend it on Sweat or Young.
And
Sweat worked out in Washington, so I don't know where they got that at.
Yeah, they worked out in Washington defensively. I mean, it's money and money-wise. Look, and here's the other question for the Bears for money, and this is going to be the contentious topic. Do the Bears? We have 2 years left on Justin Fields. We have next year and a 5th-year option. But do we try to wrap up a long-term extension early? Take the gamble, wrap them up early to say a 4-year extension. At about $40 million a year now, or wait and watch the price tag go up. So it's a gamble. You're either going to gamble that he's going to be your guy for the next 6 years, right? And you're going to lock him in now, or do we let it go another year before the 5th-year option and then try to re-sign?
Beginning of next year, I just give him a Love contract.
Yeah, that's what I would do. Give him a Jordan Love contract.
Yep.
Sport Track has his value at about $40 million a season right now.
God damn.
He's not worth $40 million a year.
I mean,
35 fumbles in 35 games. Is that a $40 million guy?
I mean, we gotta ask ourselves though. Do you think anybody on this panel? Do you think Justin Fields is better than Daniel Jones? Because you got to think Daniel Jones is making $45 million right now.
Yes.
There you go.
I think he's better than Kenny Pickett. He's better than a lot of the guys in the league right now.
The Giants really screwed the quarterback market with that contract. They really did.
I wouldn't go high as $40 million.
Last year we saw a depressed running back and tight end market for the most part. I wonder if we're getting ready for the same thing with the quarterback market where, Danny Dimes is Danny Dollars. That's right, Sarah. That's a great call.
Danny fumbles.
I mean, I wonder if we're going to see the quarterback market take a hit because, it keeps going up and up and up. And you're right. Danny Dollars, he's $45 million a year. He's been out most of this year. He's still on contract. Next year, big contract. That's why I asked the question with the way the quarterback market's going, if we can sign Fields to an extension early, like a 2 or 3 year extension where we now have control for 5 years and we can do the extension.
And another thing,
I wonder how much that would cost.
Yeah. And to get back to your point, Ken, there are some big edge rushers coming out of the draft this year. I just checked PFF, and the top 5 edge rushers coming out are pretty strong numbers.
Yeah, but I mean, when I was reading the stuff on that, they're like maybe 2 of those guys would be first-round picks.
Yeah, probably Latu from UCLA and Chop from, I don't know, I don't even want to mention the college name he's from because I hate him.
So I know my internet did its little whoopsie thing when I was talking about Fields' contract, but I mean, I think if Poles is going to say this is our guy, I say, give him the extension now while he's cheaper. Minnesota's got going to have issues too because their quarterback list really. Kirk contract is over, coming off the now torn ACL. The guy that got there now is not the answer, as Sarah will agree. So
Sarah wants Justin Fields. That's what you said.
Yeah. There we go. We got Billy back.
Yeah, I'm back.
So it's going to be interesting with the quarterback carousel in the north, but I would extend Fields during this off season while he's cheaper, especially if we're committed to him being the guy. But I would do it after the draft because let all these idiots from CBS Sports and ESPN keep saying we're going to draft Caleb Williams. That might make it easier for us to trade a draft pick. But we're not. Everyone knows we're staying with Fields that knows anything, I think. But give him the extension while he's cheaper. We can give him at 40 versus 45, 50 mil because these quarterback prices are just getting redonkulous. 4 years, 80 million is what I don't think we're going to get him that cheap. Sports Track has him at 40 million a year. So right now you're looking at about 4 years, 60 million. So double that is probably what Sport Track says Justin's worth.
I'd give him 2 years of 40 million as an extension, 20 million a year.
So that would give us 2 more years of team control. Billy, what do you think on Fields? I mean, if you're going to give him an extension and try to lock him up while he's cheaper, which would be now, what would you do?
Yeah, I definitely lock him in now. I mean, we already know we're not going to get rid of him. I mean, they just got to build around him. So I mean, they got to give it. You got to lock him in.
Oh, Billy, I thought we were going after Caleb Williams. That's all I've been hearing. Oh my God!
No, hell, I can't see that happening.
Oh my God!
So
why would you start all over?
Billy, what would you think the appropriate years and price tag would be to extend Justin Fields?
2 years, like Sid, I would do 2 years. What was that number you said? It was $80 million for what they want, 4 years. Who's that one?
Yeah, well, no, Sport Track has its value at just over $40 million a year right now.
43.9.
So it's gone up in the last couple of weeks.
2 years,
a couple weeks ago when I checked, it was at 40.
2 years, 22.5.
Yeah, I would do a 2 year. I would try to break a 2 year out on him.
2 years. Sport Track got 6.
What now, Mike?
Sport Track is saying 6 years, 263 mil.
Don't do that.
Jesus Christ.
You guys good with 6 years, 200 mil?
Is that a Tom Brady contract?
But you know what, though?
That's what it says. I'm not lying. Let me share it.
Look at the big Geno Smith has got a huge contract, right? I mean, Danny Dimes got $45 million a year. You've got, what Lamar get? He got a stupid huge contract. Deshaun Watson got a stupid huge contract.
Jeez.
Oh my God.
Dude, that's what I'm saying. The quarterback market is what the running back market used to be, out of control.
Yeah, think about it. These last 5 games, that could go up if he does really well.
That it has gone up because Mike, a couple weeks ago when I checked it was at 40 million. It's already gone up almost 4 million in a couple of weeks.
So if he gets one fumble each game,
price comes down
up a little bit more.
So we've got roughly 86, 89 million in capital to spend. So if you re-sign Justin, that's half of it.
Exactly, Sarah.
Well, actually, no, it probably isn't, because if you extend it, if we extend his contract, the next 2 years will still be cheap. The last 2 will be expensive, right? So yeah, I guess it depends on how they spread it out. I mean, really, if you think about it, if you did, what was the big contract there, Mike? 5 years? How much? Or 6 years?
6 years. 200 million.
So if you do 6 years, and what was it, like 260 million or whatever it was, that you're actually getting them for 8 because you still you're extending. It's an extension. So you've got 2 years of the current contract. So really, that money isn't as big as you think it is on the yearly, because it's not that number divided by 6. It's that number divided by that number plus his last 2 years of his rookie contract divided by 8.
Yeah, but when is a running quarterback going to last that long when he's running for his life?
Well, how long has Lamar been in the league now?
But he could throw the ball too.
I mean, it depends.
I think Justin can throw the ball too. He just got to adjust to that, man. He's got something there.
I think the big thing, it depends on the guarantees too, because obviously the big thing with NFL players getting more guarantees, used to be if it don't work out, you cut them. The money's not, you haven't spent it. But now with the guarantees, and dead money cap issues, because of guarantees, it makes it a little bit rougher.
Lamar signed a 5-year, $260 million.
So Justin,
but Lamar's been going to playoffs.
Playoffs is the MVP.
Yep.
Yeah, Justin isn't going to get that, but the markets, the Giants skewed the market with that Danny Dimes signing. And Sarah says that's a Tom Brady contract minus Super Bowl rings, and she's not wrong. I mean, that's just how the league has gone now. I mean, maybe we can get Fields cheaper, but I think if I'm Poles, I'm looking to re-sign him early and get there. So, hey, guys, the game's going to start in about 3 or 4 minutes. We've been talking a little bit about the Bears' future. We hit 10,000 followers on our Facebook page. I want to take this moment for those of you watching maybe for the first time or whatnot, hit that like and subscribe if you're on YouTube, right? If you're on Facebook, hit the follow button on Mike the Bear Fan. Wherever you're watching this show, give us that that like, that subscribe, that follow. We're about ready to do as soon as Mike is ready to pop it up with our giveaway. We have the 2 giveaways for the 10,000 followers on Facebook. I will let Mike explain how this is going to work today.
It's pretty simple. I did a post and said if you comment on the post, you get qualified to get into the free giveaway. I actually have 2 giveaways to do. So we're going to randomize the dice, which we roll the dice. Whatever the dice number comes, that's how many times we randomize the list. The top 2 will win memorabilia from the Chicago Bears. And all you got to do is PM me for your winnings.
Okay.
Come on, Woody, get in it, man.
I am.
I think we're all in it.
Well, I hope Ken loses. Fuck.
Thank you, Bill the Packer fan. Oh, got to do better than a 4, Mike. 5 or better. There we go.
All right, we got a 6.
Go Kansas City.
Go Niners.
There's only 21 people that commented. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. So congratulations, Sarah.
Wait, one more
Are
time,
you
Mike.
fucking serious?
Mike?
One more?
Yeah, one more. This is the
It
death
says
roll.
6 on the bottom.
This is the death roll.
Look, read the bottom. It says I've rolled it 6 times.
It should stop on the final one, but okay.
Damn. This is fixed.
So congratulations, Sarah and Tanner. If you PM me, I will send you a picture of what you win, and all you gotta do is send me your address, and I'll get you out at the same time too, Woody. I'll give you a bonus card.
And yeah, bonus card that I was supposed to get 3 months ago. Yeah, Sarah. Whenever you win, just PM me, and I'll buy that picture off you.
How do you know it's a picture?
Okay.
So I love Sarah's comment. She said that John Dorn said the Packers were going to whip them. In honor of John Dorn, let us play his music.
Sarah.
Waiting for John Dorn to say something that actually makes sense once again.
And Sarah, all you gotta do is PM me, and I'll let you know what you win. It's out of 1 or 2 things. Both autos is one of them's Jalen Johnson, and the other one's Tyreek Stevenson.
Sarah, I'll buy that off of you. Thank you.
Well, hey guys, games are about to begin, so get to your red zone. We've got some good games this morning coming up, so enjoy the football. We'll be back on Wednesday at 7:30 Central, 8:30 if you're weird like Woody and live on the East Coast.
Fuck yourself.
Weirdo.
Just give it to Woody.
Woody. Oh, jeez. Oh, come on, Sarah.
Come on.
She's not a Bears fan.
I was gonna say it sounds like she's a Vikings fan in the comments. Talk about Kirk, and this ain't even the Vikings show.
Yeah,
Send that to my way, pal.
Nothing but love for Sarah. Thank you for being a part of the show, though, Sarah, and part of the community. Hey, we will be back here 7:30 Central, 8:30 if you're like Woody and Weird on the East Coast. Don't forget, Monday through Friday in the mornings at 10 a.m. Eastern, 11 a.m. Central, right, is Football Talk with Russell. It's 11 a.m. Eastern, 10 Central with Russell Wayne. NFC North main event, Football Talk. Some of us pop on there now and then. Also, Monday night at 6:30 Central, 7:30 Eastern, NFC North night there for the Lions guys. They do that. And then we will be back Wednesday with the normal cast of characters. There we go.
At 8:30 Eastern.
What's Eastern? I don't know what that is.
Yeah, right.
But then again, I don't have snow on the ground either, so you know. So guys, enjoy the week. The nice thing is we're getting healthy for next week. We're going to be talking about the Detroit Lions coming to Soldier Field and what we expect that battle to look like. Today, enjoy the games. The Lions and the Saints will be good. Broncos, Texans Chargers Pat should be a cakewalk for the Chargers, or they can be looking for a new head coach. If you want to watch a head coach, it's fun. The Dolphins and the Commanders. I love McDaniel. I think he's the most fun head coach in the league to watch. So,
Judas too.
yeah, there are some good games on today. Enjoy the games, and we will see you all Wednesday. Bear down.
Bear
Go
down,
Lions.
East Coast.